Assalamu alaikum, brother. Brother, my name is Safia. I'm a revert to Islam. My question is, in the book Vegetarian or Non-Vegetarian, Choose for Yourself by Gopinath Agarwal, there are quotations given from major world religions, including Hinduism and Christianity, that non-vegetarian is prohibited. And how do you say it's permitted?
The sister asking the question that there are quotations from the same book, quoting various major world religions like Christianity and Hinduism, saying that in that religion it is prohibited. So how come I said that there is not a single major religion which says that non-veg food in general is prohibited? I clarified the Islamic viewpoint. It's a misquotation, out of context, misunderstanding. I do agree one thing, that there are certain quotations, sometimes non-veg food is prohibited even in Islam. Like for example, the verse I quoted, Surah Ma'idah chapter 5 verse number 1, it says that don't do hunting in pilgrimage. Within the sacred pilgrimage, don't do hunting. If you are fasting in the month of Ramzan, sunrise to sunset, don't have non-veg food, don't even have veg food. If I say don't have non-veg food during fasting, that doesn't mean non-veg food is prohibited. Prohibited only during that time. So similarly, there are quotations in the religious scriptures, at certain time in fasting, don't have non-veg food. Regarding the question in Christianity, and I've read that book, therefore I can reply. They say that in the Bible it is mentioned that you can't have dead food. In brackets they put meat. It's not there. What they're quoting, the reference is not given. I, being a student of comparative religion, I give talks on diets also. And they're referring to the book of Leviticus, chapter number 17, verse number 15, as well as the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 14, verse number 21. It says that thou shalt not have the meat that dieth of itself. Dead meat is prohibited. Not all meat. Dead meat. They say dead food and bracket meat. It is dead meat is prohibited. Even in the Quran. Surah Baqarah chapter 2 verse 173, Surah Ma'idah chapter 5 verse number 3, Surah Anam chapter 6 verse 145, Surah Nahl chapter 16 verse 115, Hurrimat alaykumul maytudu waddamu walahmul khinzir, wama uhilla li ghayrillah bih. Forbidden for you for food are dead meat, blood, the flesh of swine, and any food on which any name besides Allah has been invoked. Where it is allowed? If you read the book of Genesis, chapter number 9, verse number 2 and 3, it says that they will fear you, they will dread you, all creatures of the earth, all fowls in the sky, all creatures that liveth on the earth, as well as all the fish in the sea, they shall be delivered to you. Next verse, Genesis chapter 9 verse 3 says that every creature that moveth on land and is a living creature, they are meat unto you, and also herbs and shrubs. Mention the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 14 verse number 9, that ye shall have the meat of all the things in the water. All that has fins and scales you shall eat. Deuteronomy, chapter number 14 verse number 11 says that you shall have the lawful meat of the birds. Deuteronomy, chapter number 14 verse number 20 says that ye shall eat the meat of the lawful fowls. It's allowed. Further, if you read, it's mentioned in the book of Hebrews, chapter number 5, verse number 13 and 14, that if you have milk, you are weak. If you have strong meat, you are powerful in reasoning. Bible says that, not I. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter number 24, only quotation, verse number 41 to 43, Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, goes in the upper room, and he says, have you any meat to eat? And the disciples gave him a piece of broiled fish and honeycomb, fish, and he ate before them. Jesus Christ, peace be upon him. In the book of Romans, chapter number 14, verse number 2 and 3, it says that one who believeth in eating all things, he can eat. Those who are weak, they only eat herbs and shrubs. But anyone who eateth should not insult those who eateth not. And those who eateth not should not judge those who eateth. This is law of God. Hindu scriptures. If you read the law of Manu, chapter number 5, verse number 30, it's clearly mentioned that the eater can eat any creature that lives, even if he eats every day. A creator created some creatures to eat and some to be eaten. Laws of Manu, Manu Smriti, chapter number 5, verse number 31. It says that in a sacrifice, this is the law for God. Manusmriti chapter number 5, 42. It says that a twice born.
Yes, brother. No, please.
I am always prepared. I am always prepared when I quote scriptures, answer. Therefore I kept it behind. Otherwise my books are in the front always. They are compelling me to reply, therefore I am replying. It's within the rules of the debate.
We would request anyone not to disturb in
Yes,
between
please don't disturb.
the question.
And you can say, who's disturbing? See,
We'll
when I'm
allow
speaking-
another 20 seconds, because this wastes time, and then my time is up, I will stop the speaker.
No, but someone disturbs me, I should get more time.
Acha, okay, we give. Complete the answer in 30 seconds.
It's further mentioned in the Manusmriti chapter number 5, verse number 35, you can have meat. In Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 16, verse number 10, you can have meat. Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 85, verse number 13. Rigved, book number 10, hymn number 86, verse number 13. Says the same thing. You can have meat. In Mahabharat, Anushashan Parv, chapter 88. If you read, Bhishma gives the advice to Yudhishthir. It's also mentioned in Manusmriti, chapter number 3, verse number 266 to 272. It's mentioned there that if you want to please your ancestors, if you give herbs and shrubs, you will gratify them only for 1 month. If you give fish, for 2 months. If you give venison, the flesh of deer, for 3 months. If you give mutton, for 4 months. If you give flesh of birds, for 5 months. If you give goat meat, for 6 months. If you give spotted deer, for 7 months. If you give meat of black antelope, for 8 months. If you give cow, 1 full year. If you give bull, it is 12 years. And if you give rhinoceros and red meat of goat, forever, inexhaustible. So if you have to satisfy your ancestors, according to Rigved, you have to give more, you have to give red meat.
My question is to Mr. Dr. Zakir Naik. Is the non-veg or non-vegetarian food is the only reason for the heart disease?
The brother asked a very good question. That is non-veg the only reason for the heart disease? And this was spoken by Mr. Zaveri, that flesh, animal flesh, chicken, mutton, beef causes heart disease. It can cause, he is right. And he further said, there is not a single vegetable source which contains cholesterol. If you tell that to any doctor, not the ideological vegetarian, they'll agree. Heart disease is caused when the diet contains more fat and more cholesterol, irrespective whether it is veg or non-veg. Irrespective. Non-veg foods do contain high cholesterol, but even vegetable foods, groundnut oil, cashew nut, coconut, ghee, butter, all this, even a common housewife knows. You know why? There are ads in the media. Have Saffola oil, will not cause heart disease. Indicating the other oils cause heart disease. Simple. You don't have to be a doctor. It's a blatant 100% falsehood. I being a medical doctor, I challenge Mr. Rashmi Vadavri to answer, does butter contain fat or not? And the doctors do tell the people suffering from heart disease, don't have fat, don't have butter, don't have groundnut oil, don't have cashew nut oil. So where did he get this idea from? From these books. This book he gave to me. Correct? This book you gave to my brother. Who gave? Mr. Salesha. Mr. Salesha gave this book. In this book also it is mentioned the same thing, that there is no cholesterol in vegetables. I am sorry if I thought, because the first time I am meeting Mr. Zaveri here, if he didn't give these books, I apologize. But one thing, that all these books are published by Jain organizations and distributed in Bombay, cheap. Yes, I'm not blaming. I don't want to hurt
Let us
anyone's
not have a
feeling.
dialogue across this thing.
I'm not going to hurt anyone's feeling. I'm sorry, I didn't want to say that, but I was compelled. I don't want. If it's not, you said not written by Jain, it's not written.
No, you said, Dr. Zakir, that I should reply.
You will have a chance in your question answer time.
Sir, I'll allow you time, in your time you can respond back. No, I'll allow you to respond back, anything you want in your time.
And now request the chairman to give me half minute more, I was disturbed. Half minute more.
No, he's too smart, we'll not give him half minute more.
See, because so many allegations, egg. He told egg is the cause. Egg does contain cholesterol. It's rich in cholesterol. But it's not the major cause. Today's research and medical books also say that the cholesterol in the egg is not the major villain. It is the saturated fat in which you fry the egg. Butter, ghee, lard, which is the main villain. If you don't have this frying in ghee, butter, there are less chances of having ischemic heart disease by egg. And today, amongst the population, 2/3 of the population are non-responders to cholesterol. The moment there's high intake of cholesterol, like taking egg, the liver immediately cuts its own production. And the level that reaches the blood is the same. There are 1/3 people who are responders to cholesterol. They have a problem. They should abstain from yolk of the egg. Otherwise, even if you have 1 or 2 eggs a day, you will not have heart diseases. And if you have it with bacon, with pork, then the problem. If you fry in ghee, you'll have a problem. If you fry in groundnut oil, you'll have a problem, causing baldness. I don't want to give examples. Even if you check here, there are many people who are bald. There are great philosophers who are bald. I don't want to take their names, I don't want to hurt your feelings. So this thing is just a research which is based on illogical assumption. A research should be practical. And the associate factor for heart disease is also alcohol as well as smoking. These two are also one of the associate causes for heart diseases. Yes, in America, heart diseases are more in non-veg because they are fats. Quran says don't have an excess, this problem will be solved. Secondly, the vegetarians of America, they are fluent. It's a vogue to be a vegetarian because to buy veg food is expensive. If you turn Mercedes car, you have status. If you have veg food, it is status there. About 3 to 7% are vegetarian in America. Less than 1% are pure vegetarian. Less than 1%. Because they are fluent and they are rich, they take more care of hygiene. And many vegetarian ideologically, also, like even Mr. Hashmi Zaveri may agree, that alcohol is prohibited, smoking is prohibited. Because of associated factors, the case of heart disease in vegetarian is less. But anyone who has food which is rich in cholesterol or fat, irrespective whether it is veg or non-veg, he will have heart disease. To prevent it, follow the guidance in the Quran, in Surah Taha, chapter number 20, verse number 81, that do not commit excesses. That reminds me of a story. In school we had learned that there was a religious priest who ate excessive food and he had 64 laddus, and when he came back his wife said that why don't you have Furan Chutki, some digestive. So he says, अरे बावली अकल नाई बन के 6 बच्चों की माता, अगर चूरन चुटकी के लिए जगह होती तो मैं 2 लड्डू और ना भोग लेता.
Request to Dr. Zakir, I have all the answers of all your 20 questions, but that will not allow. Kindly give me chance. Any time you will get the logical answers of all the 20 questions. Number 1. Now, all the religions they follow the God. God is Almighty. Now that means one should follow His rules also. Now what is given by the God? The rules formed up by the God. एक सीधी सी बात है कि जब भगवान ने हमें जन्म दिया है तो उन्होंने हमारे लिए कुछ व्यवस्था भी की है.
I would apply the same rule I applied to the last speaker. Put your question in 5 sentences. Assume Dr. Zakir and Mr. Zaveri know the background. Ask your question. 6 sentences,
I'm
please.
asking you the question only. तो भगवान ने हमारे लिए जो भी कुछ दिया है उन्होंने कुछ रूल फॉर्म करके दिए हैं. जैसे कि हमारे लिए सबसे एसेंशियल बात है हवा की. Plenty of हवा इज अवेलेबल, abundant हवा इज अवेलेबल. उसके बाद पानी रहता है, पानी wherever you go, पानी इज अवेलेबल. Now another thing is food, which I am coming to the question. The food, भगवान has given us the food also. कश्मीर में है, हमारे लिए कश्मीर में है, इलाके के मुताबिक दिया है. कश्मीर में है हमारे लिए आलमंड्स दिए है, काजू दिए है, बादाम दिए है, पिस्ते दिए है, जहाँ के वहाँ जरूरी है. 1 सेकंड. राजस्थान में जाओ, आपको वहाँ वो टेम्परेचर के मुताबिक आपको खरबूजा मिलेगा, तरबूजा मिलेगा. यहाँ हमारे लिए 1 सेकंड क्वेश्चन आई एम टेलिंग यू. यहाँ हमारे लिए हलवा बना के केले पे ऊपर रख दिया और whatever easily is available he has given is plenty. Now whatever he has given is plenty is cheaper, and whatever he says no, it is not to be taken or it is restricted, should be he has made it costly. So are we following the rule of the God?
Sir, what is your question? on this topic.
Very
He has
good.
understood it. Okay.
Very, I've understood the question. Very long question. Very good question. See, I'm in the field, I can make out the question. I'm in the field. Regarding a first part, that you can answer all 20 points. I've got various students in this field. I'll ask one of my students to have a dialogue at IRF. If you want, anytime. Which date? Next Sunday. Next Sunday. Not me, my student. Next Sunday.
I can answer to anybody.
Next Sunday.
Anybody.
Next Sunday?
Anybody.
Okay, done. Next Sunday you're invited. What's your name? Brother, your name?
Everything will be given.
Mr. Bade will come to IRF at 10:30. Fine. 10:30 morning. Sunday. Same format here and my student will debate. Anyone. Same topic. His question, that God has provided air, right, water, everything easily available. So why go for things which are uneasily available and costly? Very good question. That you have to point out to Mr. Zaveri. He is telling that vegetables should be transported to Arctic Circle. Vegetables should be transported to deserts. Tell him, I didn't say that. I'm saying if vegetable is available, have vegetable. If animal is available, have the lawful animal. You have to pose that question to him, not to me. Point number one. You should have easily available food as long as it is lawful. We should have expensive food, you told me. It's like I telling a rich person, why are you living in Nariman Point? You know, 1 square feet of land, apartment, Nariman Point, costs 25,000 rupees. Come to Mira Road, only 1,000 rupees per square feet. When the rich man can afford to pay money to buy a good flat, why are you preventing a rich man to buy good food? And non-veg food in protein and in various ways medically, it is superior, it's of higher quality. So if rich man can afford it, why are you stopping? If you can't afford, have vegetables. I'm not stopping you. Hope that answers the question.
Question is this. I went to see the picture Khane Khuda. There was a session of 3 days. So people, Haji Sahab jo the, they were wearing sandalwoods. And then besides that, not eating any non-veg food. No haircut, nothing, complete brahmachari or sannyasi. When the picture was over, I asked them, what is this? Those 3 days complete renunciation, sannyasi or brahmachari, what reply they gave? He said, खाने खुदा था. मैंने कहा मुसलमान भाइयों सारा संसार खाने खुदा नहीं है, वही खाना खुदा है. 3 दिन आप रखते हो.
आपसे क्वेश्चन जरा भाई साहब हमारे चीफ गेस्ट को और हमारे स्पीकर को जानना. प्लीज पुट फॉरवर्ड योर क्वेश्चन.
सारा संसार खाने खुदा है. प्लीज रिप्लाई टू मी दैट. those 3 days they were offering is khane khuda. What about the whole world is khane khuda? Why this killing should not be stopped everywhere, especially in India? This is my question.
Requested the person to ask a question out of turn. I am willing to answer. I am willing to answer. If chairman says no, then I will. It's a very good question.
Yes.
It's a very good question. It will not create problems. I believe though you all are vegetarians out here, we aren't that violent. It won't create problems, I take guarantee. I will not say something that will create violence. Yes, I know there are non-veg and veg meats in Ahmedabad and Gujarat and there were riots and all here. As far as I am concerned, I speak logical, then nothing happened. The brother asked a very good question. He said that he had seen pilgrims going and for 3 days they didn't have meat. They didn't have meat. It's on Islam. It's on Islam.
Why Islam allows like this? No, he's asked a question
You're
on
asking
Islam.
a question on Islam.
No, but that's non-veg.
You're not asking on Jainism. What's the problem? Are you so much afraid that the answer will make him a non-veg? He will yet be a veg. No problem. I don't want you to become a non-veg. The brother asked a very good question that why there don't you have non-veg? It's a misinformation. I have been for Hajj several times. Whoever told you a lie that we don't have non-veg. The rule out there is that in that sacred part, at that time, you cannot kill any animal for hunting. At that time only. But not eating non-veg. I have gone there. I eat non-veg. Who says you can't eat non-veg? Yes, we are dressed up in 2 pieces of unsewn cloth. You know why? You know why? Because it's the biggest annual gathering in the world. People come from America, from Canada, from India, from Pakistan, from Indonesia, all dressed up in 2 pieces of unsewn cloth. Identical. You cannot make out the person next to you whether they're a king or a pauper. For universal brotherhood. Not theoretical, practical. Universal brotherhood. When we offer salah shoulder to shoulder. We eat food, we eat together. We eat even non-veg. Where you got this from, I don't know. Whoever told you, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, he has told you total falsehood. I am telling you. I have been for Hajj several times. I have been for Umrah. It's totally wrong. And for universal brotherhood, everyone comes there. So that you can make out people from various parts of the world. We have to be one brotherhood. Islamic brotherhood is that all human beings are brothers. And Muslims are brothers in faith.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoyed the video till the last minute. Respected audience, who is Gopinath, who is Dr. Gopinath, we didn't know. And in my point of view, if you search all around the world, you will clearly find that the people of India, they are very selfish people on this universe, on this planet. Why? Because they clearly think about that eating the meat of animal, that is not good for health. So that's why they clearly prohibit those items on their self that has been halal by Almighty Allah. Almighty Allah clearly mentioned in the Holy Quran, قُلْ أُحِلَّ لَكُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ, that the clean things, the clean material that are totally allowed for you, that you should eat. Respected audience, Almighty Allah clearly mentioned in the Holy Quran that we reveal this zikr and we will protect it. Inna nahnu nazzalna zikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. So the Holy Quran is a complete book of guidance for us. Through the Holy Quran, we can clearly distinguish between halal and haram food. Which thing is halal and which thing is haram. That is totally present in the book of Almighty Allah by the name of Holy Quran. Before Holy Quran, many books were revealed, but with the passage of time, people make changes it. And when people make changes it, so it was not remain in a good condition and in a complete condition. But the Holy Quran, till the day of Qiyamah, it will be remain the same. If you are not found the halal and haram, then you should visit the hadith of Prophet Muhammad. If not, then you should visit the we can say the ijma. And if you didn't found in ijma, so you should also visit the qiyas. So everything and each and every step that has been mentioned by the Holy Quran, that is from Almighty Allah. So respected audience, Almighty Allah clearly mentioned in the Holy Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I didn't create man and human being but just for my worship. So we are here to do the worship of Almighty Allah, and we are here to support the verses of the Holy Quran. So the moral of the video is, what Gopinath say, it is prohibit, it is not prohibit, it doesn't care. The only thing that is care, that is what Almighty Allah says and what the Holy Quran says. So respected audience, the sister asked a very relevant question, but Dr. Zakir Naik give him a very beautiful answer. And respected audience, Eid al-Adha is coming, so that's why try to slaughter a very good animal and also prefer to your niyyah. Innamal a'malu bin niyyat. Do not prepare the people, do not think what the people will say, and do not slaughter animal just for the sake of meat. Do not slaughter animal just for the sake of name, and do not slaughter the animal for the sake of society. Remember that Almighty Allah is always watching at you. So you should only follow the religion of Islam and the Holy Quran. It was really an amazing video. I hope you enjoy the video. If you like the video, subscribe the channel and share it with your friends.